You're such an asshole.
Oh, this is an easy one. This is right over the plate. What's wrong with you, boy? I feel like Foghorn Leghorn talking to the chicken hawk. Now pay attention. What the hell is wrong with you, boy? Now pay attention when I'm talking to you. That's never gonna fly. Hello, dog. Foghorn Leghorn. Hey, Cap, I want a video response. Just want to get your reaction to a few thoughts. Please leave the information in parentheses out of the video. Current stats. I'm in my 20s. I'm short. You are short. You have a lot of money. A lot of money, especially for your age. No girlfriend, no kids, and debt-free. Oh, that's why you have the money. Oh. No, without going in, without divulging too much about you, you have you would be considered what would be a Wunderkind, for the German word, because you did an exceptionally different and productive thing in your youth. Most normal adults won't do that. You have gone down a different path, and it has paid off tremendously. He basically, at this young of age, if he threw his wealth into standard diversified portfolio, he has fuck you money. He does. The money was made from running a business and making investments since I was 18 years old. Oh, and you live in a leftist crap hole, that is certainly a leftist crap hole. I'm currently living with my parents. We enjoy each other's company, and they have no desire for me to leave, but understand I will eventually want to move out. I wrote in a while ago asking if I should get a condo in my home city or travel overseas. You suggested the later. Recently, I've been thinking about what I want out of life, and honestly, I can't think of anything outside of time with my family and financial security. There you go. Most people never have that. Most people never have that. I moved, if I was you, we'll get to the rest of it. I would, your mom and dad must have done something right to get you to where you are today. They're together. They didn't fuck up. I'm sure your dad sat you down and he was a real father. It's tremendous what real fathers would do. I would just something you said, you answered your entire question here. I can't think of anything outside of time with my family and financial security. You got that. Buddy, don't fuck this up. You got it, man. Don't fuck it up. And if you know that's what you want, that doesn't preclude other things. I would go on a mission to say, Mom, Dad, let's get the hell out of here. Now, maybe they're busy. Maybe your dad, because you're a younger guy, they still might be working, they might have career and all that. But I would be like, hey, maybe we move to a not leftist shithole. And then you could have the mother-in-law apartment. You could have like your bachelor. You go buy a piece of land somewhere in, I don't know, Tennessee or Florida. And then you build your little house, right, for you. And then you build them a nice little apartment or something for them, separate, opposite ends. And you still get to have time with your family. You got your financial security. Just an idea. Recently, I've been thinking about what I want out of life. I can't honestly think of anything outside of time with my family and financial security. However, I feel like this is causing me to miss out on what the rest of Americans are experiencing as the empire slowly crumbles around them. What? Poverty? Stress? Living paycheck to paycheck? Misery? Being doped up on antidepressants, which oddly make you depressed. What was it of American lifestyle you wanted? Where was it to show you how old I am? I want to know how to get to your America by Living Color. Boy, woohoo! Good band. No one's going to remember. I want to know how to get to your America. You show me where that is. Where is the enviable part of America? Is it the American Beauty suburbs where everyone is backstabby, passive-aggressive Minnesotan? Is it the gangsta lifestyle, ghetto trash thugs, which actually I'm going to talk about a little bit here, where everything is fuck? Is this fake as it is in the suburbs? Is it your run-of-the-mill, dejected, blue-collar trailer trash? Get my pickup truck. Which fake posing community in America would you like to envy here? Which variation of peacocking flashing off shit you ain't got? Is it, did you want to become the liberal white girl from the suburbs, living off of daddy, living downtown where all the action? Oh my God, I'm a marketing journal, whatever. Which variation of American poser would you like to live their hell? Because they're all, or do you want to become middle-age banking crisis real estate developer dude bro boomer? Which clown would you like to dress up as? None of those people have money. None of them. They're all, did you not attend middle school, sir? Did you not go to high school? A buddy of mine went to Wayzata. Look it up. Pompous, rich-ass part school district in Minnesota. He went there, and his parents weren't rich. They just happened to be in the school district. This was before all the Karens drove up property prices because we got to move in the best school district. How about you stay at home and raise your kid and homeschool him? I don't love my child that much. And he didn't have a fancy car, but damn, did all the other rich kids have fancy cars. That wasn't their car. That was their dad's car. Did you not attend middle school? Did you not go to high school? Did you not see all the fake fucking bullshit? And now just because it's 10 years later and your high school buddies are now out of, what are they? Are they going to Vegas? Are they on the strip, bro? Are they on the strip? Copy. We're coming to Vegas. We're going to go to this. Fuck you. Do you want to go hike and see some petroglyphs? Do you want to go hike up Black Mountain and go look all over the city? Do you want to go for a motorcycle ride out to Death Valley? Do you want to see an abandoned, like a legit ghost town? No, you want to go, dude, bro, let's go on Fremont Street, get bottle service, bro. Tell me you're poor without telling me you're poor. I'm trying to figure out what, you know, you are suffering from FOMO, not Federal Open Market Operations. That's what it really means. Just like Bureau of Land Management, BLM, Bureau of Land Management. I'm like, why is everyone hating on the Bureau of Land Management? What's going on? Why are they in the news so much? Dude, you're just suffering from a case of the FOMOs. And I'm a little offended. You've been tuning in. Have I not painted a picture? I didn't paint a picture. I pulled back the curtain. I lifted up the lid. I shone the light on. I say, do you see all the poor, fake rich cockroaches? Do you not see? Have I not adequately showed you what's under the hood of America? On this nice, shiny, gleamy box of a car, I lifted it up like, oh, look, spiders and moths and crap and shit. I feel this caused me to miss out on what the rest of America is experiencing as an empire slowly crumbles around them. I do not begrudge you. I do not want to prohibit you from going and having your own experiences in this country, right? I don't want you missing out on genuinely good experiences, but oh my God, you're looking at 20 somethings. And I look at all the other Americans, what fun they're having. They're not having fun, dude. Trust you me. Even not the wealthiest, even the most dude bros, whoever dude bro. There was one, Zorba the Swede. Go read my book, Behind the Housing Crash. This guy had a boat on Lake Minnetonka, had a boat on Lake Havasu. He'd come in. He was always like, yeah, the waitresses are hot. We're going to come on the boat. We'll get scotch. Guy was fucking bankrupt. His life was fucking hell. It was all an act. Hey, we'll talk about this right now. I looked up rapper posing by Lamborghini. And I found this guy. His name is Tyga. See, now you guys aren't smart enough to understand how clever this guy is. All right. He's a rapper, TYGA. See, it's an abbreviation for tiger. Did you get it? Did you see? But it's Tyga. It's very complicated. So, and I just searched for rapper posing by Lamborghini, and this guy came up. I remember reading about this guy has filed for bankruptcy, I think twice now. He's the subject of lawsuits. He started to believe the Democrat talking point that only white dudes pay taxes. So he's had a lot of success. He is a successful rapper. He just didn't pay his taxes. And now the government wants it. He's missing, and he missed his Lamborghini payments. Oh yeah, here the camera went off. I swear to God, all this fucking bullshit I got to deal with. Let's try it. There we go. Now in perfect honesty, this dude could actually have the money. He's just, rappers aren't the greatest accountants. He just doesn't, he's lazy, doesn't get around to paying his taxes. The point remains, this guy at one time had wealth. And like everybody else who gets money too quick, too fast, too young, to quote old man Rollo, they piss it away. Professional athletes, they piss their money away. MC Hammer, I don't know how old he was when he pissed it away. It meant stories abound of people that get the wealth and they piss it away. This guy, he's pissed it away or is mismanaging it, and he's missing his payments on a Lamborghini, and presumably it's going to get repossessed. I didn't need to read into the article about the intricacies of Tyga's tax and financial situation. Is that what you're missing out on? Is the Lamborghini and the bottle service and the strip lifestyle, bro? Is that what you're missing? Is that what you're fearing? How many windows of opportunity must I provide? How many examples do I have to provide to you? Especially in the internet, where you don't even need me to say, hey, they're lying. It's all fake and gay. Everyone's lying. Here's the thing with Tyga. The guy legit had some real money. That the government doesn't come after you for a $1.3 million tax bill if you didn't make multiple millions. You think he's having fun right now? You think with all this bullshit and the lawsuits and spending, you think he can enjoy his Lamborghini? I don't think it's his Lamborghini. I think he leased it or something. You want that lifestyle? You want to experience it? Have you ever actually been to a cool kids party? I went to one cool kids party. You know what they did? All they did was watch themselves play sports because they had VHSs back in those days. That's what they did. Most boring fucking party I've ever been to in my life. I'd rather play D&D or Shadowrun or Battletech, literally anything else. Have you, now that you're out of high school, have you not realized how fake it all is? And how no one's got the money? No one's got freedom. No one's got love. They just have the consumption of stuff. And have you not seen the antidepressant use gone? Have you not seen people being financially stressed? Where do you see 20s and younger 30-somethings doing the popular thing and being happy and being fulfilled? Show me where that is. I think I like a family of my own, but seeing what these men have to sacrifice to keep a family together in America has shown me I'd probably be better off with a wife overseas. Yes. Not to sound like a loser, but being short definitely does not help get the women I'd want interested in me. And I'm pretty tired of trying to convince women to like, yeah, well, you're also fat. Let's admit that. You're fatter than fuck. Okay. Don't be coming up to me complaining about great. You're right. You don't have to actually go waste the tremendous amount of time to start dating women in the United States to realize they're not all too keen about marriage or a stable guy, right? But before you go overseas, let's get our shit together in terms of physique, okay? So you actually get yourself an attractive woman you want to fuck for the rest of your life, all right? So we got a little work to do on us. You have outstandingly achieved the financial component of life. Now let's focus, because what good is all that money going to do if you die of a heart attack at 40? All right. Not to sound like a loser, but being short. If I can't get my Disney fantasy of just meeting a nice, in-shape, normal girl without traveling across the globe to find her and having a family in my home country, then I'd rather just pay for female attention where legal while in the States. May I introduce you to Nevada? Not Clark County, where ladies of the evening are illegal. You have to go to whatever the hell county Pahrump is in. There's a couple counties. That's not the only county. It's just the closest one to Vegas. Let me read this again. If I can't get my Disney fantasy, dude, did I read correctly? Yeah. You're morbidly obese, man. You're talking about girls when you are literally unfuckable. All right? Get that squared away and then worry about women. Okay? You're like, I want to go to war. And you don't got no rifle. You're wearing a jock strap and some sandals. And like, I want to go to war. Like, you are not ready. You need like 70 pounds of gear. You need a rifle. You need bullets. You need a radio. You need a helmet. You need clothes. You ain't going. Just stop with the women until you lose the weight. And it's a choice. Maybe it's not worth it to you. Like, you're already making good value judgments here. Not that they're the right or wrong judgment. You are making judgments based exactly on how you feel. Boy, if I got to go overseas, I'd rather just stay here. Cool. At least you know yourself, right? It may not be worth it to you to lose the weight. You'd be like, no, I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to go for walks. I don't want that sounds painful. All right. But then give up on the women. All right. But if you want women, dude, you have to lose at least 50 pounds, at least. All right. Meeting in shape girl without traveling across the globe to find her and having family in my own country, then I'd rather just pay for female attention where legal in the States. I know I'll have to pay some kind of financial cost either way, since no interactions with women come free. All relationships, not just men and women, all relationships are transactional. You got that right. Come free unless you're so attractive they just want your genetics, but still hurts not being wanted by women where you grew. Who the fuck would? Whoa, stop! Now we got to slap you, man. Why should a woman want to fuck you? How can you be so disciplined and on the ball with your finances? Like, you're empirical about that. If it hurts, are you kidding me? It hurts. Why does it hurt? Like, if in other words, your fat is getting rejected. You're not getting rejected. It's not your personality. You're fat. I've known many nice fat women who are friends and great people. I like them as a person. I don't reject them as a person, but if I don't want to have sex with them. Same thing. These girls are not rejecting you. They're rejecting your fat. Now, let's say you got in shape and they keep rejecting you. Well, welcome to America. But now you know it's you. And then you could get to the point, oh, maybe I want to go overseas. But we're not there yet, right? So let's just shelve women as a topic and as a goal. Let's shelve that till you're lighter and you're actually somebody would want to fuck. They just want your genetic. I have a good group of friends as well, but we're all moving on and doing their own things. Yeah, you're about that age, so we don't hang out as much in person. I pretty much have all the material things I want that I can think of at the moment. I tried spending some cash and luxury stores, and I honestly can't see what all the fuss is about. So let me get this right. You even did the thing. You did the popular thing. All the cool kids at Winnetka were doing. Yay! And you found out that it's boring, right? Oh, you mean the whatever, the $40,000 watch isn't exciting? No kidding. While I like collecting cool toys and figurines, I hate clutter and overpacking my space with things. Dude, you're an enigma, man. You are so on your game on philosophy and finances. You're a minimalist. You don't like clutter. You you tried the thing. You actually went out. I don't see what the big deal is. And you impeccable financial hustle and discipline. You got all that, but you can't hit the gym. I mean, forget hitting the gym. Lose the weight. Take the skills and the discipline you had on that shit and apply it to your health. But you kind of already answered. You got your answer here. Like, I like my family and financial security. You're richer than 90% of the men in the planet. This keeps me from buying anything else since I have a closet full of collectibles I'm probably going to sell. Right. The only money I consistently spend goes towards good food, but I'm currently trying to lose weight. So even that is taking a bit of a hit. Good for you. You got to find something else to do. I got linked below a book called The Menu, Life Without the Opposite Sex. But the premise is half the people aren't going to be married of your age cohort by 2030. And so what do people do when half the population doesn't have a spouse or family? But it really is, it's a good book outside the context of marriage because it's like, yeah, look at all this shit that's going on in the world. You need hobbies, man. You got to go find something to do. May I recommend our Lord and Savior hiking and also our other Lord and Savior motorcycle riding, but not until you lose weight. I don't want you fucking, you need to be in somewhat physical shape to ride a bike. Even have a fully functioning car I got for free from my dad. And since I'm not a car guy, I don't see myself upgrading anytime soon. Right. There's something you could do. Why don't you learn to wrench on cars? When I see and hear about other Americans using their credit card to buy luxury cars, homes, and take luxury trips without worrying about the price tag. No. They do worry about the price tag. They do. They don't act like they do, right? But they do. All the girls with their, acting all snooty and arrogant at the nightclub, shooting every guy down. Not all, but some, because I have females who have had roommates in the past. The girls come back crying, all sad, drunk, and depressed. They do. It's all fake and gay. Middle school has never ended. They worry about it, trust you me, and that worry is preventing them from enjoying a good life. You think I worry about money? I mean, I do to a healthy extent. Like, I ought to pay my taxes. I'm not Tyga, where it's optional for me, apparently. Well, that's for other taxes. That's for those other people. But I go to bed. Dude, do you know how great it is to get a good night's rest? I go to the gym and I get a hike in one day and I get an okay meal and then I just get a good night's sleep. Woo! And then a good morning shit. Oh, heaven! I'll fucking take that before I go fucking nightclubbing with bottle service trying to talk to Becky. Oh, you got it, man. Like, you got it. And you're worried about, well, what about Becky? What about bottle service? I'm like, no, you want the good sleep. You want the good shit. It's what you want, man. Your morning cup of coffee, you just get that cleansing, born-again poo. Nothing better in the world. And the comment section will validate what I say. Worrying about the price tag, I sometimes wonder if I'm using my American privilege access to credit wrong. While the average American may not be the brightest bulb in the pack, they definitely know how to use their privilege to spend money like it's going out of style. Yes, temporarily. It may be I got mine FU mentality, but there's a new moron drowning in debt with a brand new pickup truck, hot wife, girlfriend he bangs daily. Maybe. Currently planning a trip he plans to put on a credit card that'll eventually go default on and pass on those losses to the taxpayers. Yes, well, let's use our good esteemed colleague Tyga as an example. Cool. So you're telling me that to go through the bankruptcy process, to have creditors calling you the entire time, to actually then have to, here's a problem you're going to face is your logistics. Like, I don't want any more shit. Where would you put a Ferrari? Right now, where you're where would you put a Ferrari? Okay, you're going to go out night clubbing, and you're going to. The other thing is, you got so much money, they're going to come after that first. They're going to come after your shit first. You got to go to bankruptcy court. You got to probably get a lawyer. You got to go talk to the judge. You got to get audited. You want to bring in that level of a mental hell because of stuff? Because you get to. Which you won't, dude. You got too many assets. They'll make you pay. But let's say you spent an absurd amount of money to get rid of all the money you worked so hard to build up. You literally threw away your freedom so you could go bankrupt and rent a Lambo and be like your buddy Tyga. Are you fucking nuts? I think what's going to happen in your particular, let's say you wanted to go on this ridiculous adventure, right? You wouldn't get through even 1/10 of the money you have saved up. But if you're like, yep, this ain't it either, because you've already tried it a little bit. I'm trying to get you to realize that it is all fake. None of these people are happy. These people have stressful lives. They're miserable. You can't be happy when you're crippling in debt and you're living paycheck to paycheck. It don't you I mean, it's I guess it's also the internet. My day it was school, and nowadays you guys you got the internet. Everyone's rich, everyone's wealthy. No one posts a picture of their fat wife on Facebook, right? No one posts a picture of their car broken down on the side. It's always, oh, here we are at Lake Tahoe. Look, we're sipping wine in Napa Valley because we're a bunch of fucking uppity Californian assholes. That's all they show you. That's not real. That's not, and it's fake. I mean, there's some people who actually are happy and are enjoying it because they actually got real money. They don't have debts. They're not worrying about that shit. That's authentic. You're trying to replicate something that's fake and digital on the internet, and it won't make you happy. And you're threatening your tremendous finances with this idea. But there's a moron drowning in debt, currently planning eventually go to losses to the taxpayers. Yeah, the taxpayers don't eat that. It is the banks and the credit card companies, the shareholders of those companies that lend the money, eat it. It feels like you get reward for playing the financial game like the average American. No, you don't. You might get bailed out, right? If the bank is too big to fail, you get welfare and all that. Okay, fine. You want free money, it sounds like. Go look at everyone on welfare. Go down to the projects. Go down to Section 8 housing. Go to the EBT office. Go to the welfare. Go look at people who get free shit. Tell me how great their lives look. It's no, man. No. To wrap this up, I guess I'd like to know if you ever had any temptation to embrace your privilege at it. Okay, we don't have privilege. We worked hard. Our forefathers worked hard. You worked hard. Don't ever use that fucking word privilege again, especially if you worked for it. If you're Hunter Biden and your dad pardons you because you're a communist dipshit fuck, all right, then you got privilege. You didn't have privilege. You earned every fucking cent of this. And maybe the rest of the world ought to try a little harder. How's that, fucking rest of the world? Fuck you. Stop having sex with your cousins, maybe. Just me. Just me. Ever had any temptation to embrace your privilege as an American and take on the debt to live a lifestyle you couldn't afford until the wheels fell off? No. Will you regret not using this opportunity most of humanity has never had to live a way of life beyond your means if suddenly the average American no longer has access to credit like they once did? That's different. No. I mean, sure, when I was, of course, the fucking thing goes out again. Let's try this. God, I hate this. Just, there we are. My beautiful face. No, when I was sure, who didn't want a Corvette or the nightclub life or all that when they were in their 20s? Sure. Yeah, I'd like to have that, but I didn't have it because I didn't have the money. And what reinforced my desire to be a minimalist was not only I had to be a minimalist, but when I worked for boomers and corporations and assholes, dude, that was the most painful. See, that's the funny thing. You started at 18 running your own business. You've never worked for anyone else. I don't think so. I mean, maybe you did when you were a teenager or something like that. That was such a painful experience. I would, if you gave me the choice, hey, do you want freedom from those assholes? Or do you want a bunch of stuff, but you got to work for those assholes, thereby giving up your freedom? Nope, I want my freedom. I knew that long ago. I knew that probably by the time I was 20. I'm like, man, that was my goal. I was going to get like 2 rental properties, have them paid off, live off the rental income. And then, the graduate from college, you get a high paying or at least a decent paying job, never materialized. Oh, and the Minneapolis property taxes go up 400% in 7 years. That was my goal. And I don't know. It's kind of interesting because you're in your 20s And by the time I graduated from college, I had whatever desire I had for materialism kicked out for me because I don't need it. Oh, I wanted things like a PlayStation 2. I couldn't afford it. I wanted some things that I could enjoy, but I didn't want clothes or, yeah, sure, who doesn't want a fancy car, but I wasn't going to get one. No, I never did, but that's probably because minimalism was forced upon me at a quite young adult age. And then once I realized, oh, I don't need the fancy car. I don't need I don't need the fancy clothes. I enjoy other things in life. So the desire to live beyond my means that never dawned on me because the stress that would come from living beyond my means and running out of money, that scared the hell out of me. And certainly as, I had my entrepreneurial ventures and could actually start telling bosses to fuck off and realizing the freedom that came with it. I didn't have to do. Dude, when you got yourself a full weekday while everyone else is going to work and you don't have to drive through the snowstorm rush hour traffic and you're in your one, you get to drink some booze. Then you start like, man, I love freedom. It's like a permanent snow day. That's me. Cappy. We'll give you Tiger's assets and his lifestyle, or the one you got now. I'll take my lifestyle a zillion times over. Cappy, dude, bro, boomer, wannabe real estate investor creates financial crisis. You could have the boat on Lake Minnetonka, bro. You could have your leased boat on Lake Havasu, bro. And live day to day knowing that my entire financial system is about to collapse or got what I got now. I'll have what I have now. Shit, here's Cappy. Have the life of a genuinely rich man, but you got to go whatever. You actually have to do something, right? You gotta work at you're a partner at the prestigious law firm, or you own a factory, but you got to go in and manage the factory, whatever it is, like a legit businessman or a genuinely a surgeon, one of those people, or just spend less money and have your freedom. You couldn't pay me enough to go be the rich guy who runs whatever company or is a distinguished partner at an accounting firm. No, I'll take my freedom, motherfucker, every fucking time. And I don't know. The thing is, I don't know if you've ever had your freedom threatened. I think you really need to go. What you should do, if you got the time, go work for someone. Go work a regular old job for some gray-haired, didn't save enough, pissed off, losing it mentally, boomer asshole, and find out what it's like. Go work for a bunch of Karen. Go apply for HR. Go through HR process. I think that's what you should do. And then you will appreciate the freedom that you ahead of your time attained. You'll be like, oh my God. And then imagine that everyone not only has to do that, but they can't mouth off or leave like you can because they're debt slaves, because they got to get the bottle service, bro. They got to get the Lambo, bro. They got to get the Range Rover for wifey too, bro. Oh, daddy's little princess wants to go get her degree in communications at a private liberal arts college. Let me donate a kidney. Yeah, never. The true standard, the highest standard of living is freedom. And I don't mean freedom from tyranny or the government. There's certainly like legal freedom, freedom to speech and all that. But having financial freedom where you don't have to answer to a boss, where you don't have to do what you get to live your life how you want. And all these things that have nothing to do with material items are so much better and increase your standard of living so much more. Like, I get to sleep in as late as I want. I'm not a lazy slouch about it. I get up about 7 every morning, but I get 8 to 9 hours of sleep a day. And I don't get out of the bed. Sit there with the GF. We have coffee for at least an hour. Look through my phone. What the fuck's going on? Get up, take a nice long. I'm not in a rush. I remember that when I had a real job, when I was a real man. You sleep in as late as possible, and you take the shower. You get in the fucking cold car, and you chisel off the ice, And then you're stuck in traffic and you go to the office and you're just like, fuck this shit. But hey, bro, you said went to the nightclubs before, bro. I got a girl's number. I think 6 of the 7 digits might be real. Are we already? Hang on. It's interesting. I guess there's no perfect internet, but that was interesting. Getting back to the non-material things, not worrying about money, so you get good sleep. You get to get up when you want. This is in your particular case because you technically don't ever have to work again. Really? Okay, Cox Communication, here we go again. There's a whole new set of problems you get when you're free. You get to sleep, you get to have coffee. You're not in a rush. Your mental health is already better. You don't worry about money. Do you know what it's like not worrying about money? Do you know what it's like not worrying about money? You got your minimalist house. Like, okay, so you got a closet full of figurines. Okay, let's say you were to buy your own house, and it's small, right? You don't have to worry about landscaping or mowing yards, or maybe it's a small one. Your car, you don't have to worry about a car payment. Oh, it needs a new alternator. Maybe you could even do it. You have the time to do that. And just to be the ability. Let me tell you about my day. And let me tell you why I always give a figure. Well, you should stop giving the figure. No, that's telling all the people, fucking Christ. Looks like I get to make a phone call. You're never truly free of the incompetent assholes at Cox Communication. Dude, you get to do whatever you want. It's like perpetual summer vacation. I'm going to go. I already slept in. I already have my coffee. I do this. This isn't a real job. I am eternally blessed and thankful. I'm going to go to the gym. It's going to be a beautiful enough day because I get to live where I want. Now, of course, yes, thankfully, I get to watch over the Southern Command. That's a blessing. But I'm going to go for a hike. I'm going to come back, probably do a little bit more work. And then maybe I'm going to play Dungeons and Dragons over at the nerd shop. Why? Not because I make a lot of money, but because I'm a minimalist, because I'm financially free. That all goes away. Okay, I'm just going to do this. That all goes away the second I go get a car loan. That all goes away once I do the dude bro lifestyle. God damn it, Cox. I bet you I got robot voice too. Yeah, I guess we do get to call Cox Communications, don't we? I get to send this to them again. All right, we're at the 37-minute mark. And then a whole new set of problems come into your life with these fucking assholes. Like, shit don't work. That's why I go hiking. The mountain doesn't not work. The mountains aren't managed by Cox Communications. Yeah, if you ever come to Vegas, don't do Cox Communication. They said they fixed it. They didn't. So here's the thing, buddy. You just got a case of the FOMOs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to recommend what I always recommend that every man and woman do. But I think this is more germane to men. You're worried about this lifestyle, go rent it for a month. All right. You got to go to the popular kids party. You got to go to the cool nightclub, bro. You got to go rent yourself some bitches. All right. And then you're going to do it. Do it for a month. Get it out of your system. And be like, oh, this sucks. Like at the end of it, the novelty wears off. So what I'm going to give you permission to do, here's what you need. You need about a week in Vegas. All right. I want you to rent a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, wherever your dream sports car is, rent it for 3 days. If you want to rent it for the whole week, go ahead. All right. It's going to be a fraction of the cost of you fucking ruining your life and becoming a slave, a debt slave, and losing all your money. So go rent yourself. I'm giving you permission. Live your life, man. Live what go. Don't fear out no more. Fear missing out no more. Fear no more. Go do your thing. I want you to go get yourself a very nice hotel room on the strip. You don't need the fanciest one. You just need one with a view, right? Get it for a week if you'd like. I don't think you could last 5 days. I think you need 5 days. Go get that fancy. I don't care. The Bellagio, the Venetian, whatever you want. You like your food? Man, has Vegas got it. You go pay for some overpriced, truly average food on the strip. If you want, I could give you a recommendation. If you actually want real good food, I would go to Capo's. It's over on the west side. Cappos. Capo's. Set up a reservation. It's the best Italian food I've ever had. So I'd go over there. Go get your food. You want some bitches? Go get yourself some bitches. Okay? You can get escorts legally in Clark County. You can have the girlfriend experience, but you can't have sex. That's illegal in Clark County. But you know what? Rumor has it that many a times the escort ladies who you're going out with as merely a companion, sometimes they fall in love with you after your hour or two is over, and then you consensually have sex as two adults outside the financial transaction of escorting. That's basically how prostitution is legal in Vegas. But if you wanted, take your Ferrari, drive out to Pahrump, go over the hill, go to the Bunny Ranch or something? That's where they got brothels, legal. Set yourself up with one. I'm guessing it's going to be, people said I was woefully underestimating the cost of a lady of the evening. Expect to spend like $1,500. Okay. Have your sex with the lady friend, come back over, visit us back in Vegas again. And then what else? What else is there you could do? Oh, nightclubbing. Go nightclubbing, bro. Nightclubbing. Get yourself some bottle service. Absolutely, man. Do it. Bring bottle, get a bottle service, and then walk Fremont Street. And while you're at it, why don't you buy yourself a nice thing? There's a high-end mall. I think it's in the Aria. Fresh and Fit were in town. And then we all went shopping at this mall. I didn't buy anything. But there was like a $60,000 pair of sneakers. I think it was Iron Maiden sneakers. $60,000 for a pair of shoes. Don't buy that. I want you to buy yourself a really nice watch or a really nice set of cufflinks. Go buy yourself a thing. And then when it's all over and you return the Ferrari to the rental place and you're hopping back, you know what? I'll even allow you to get first class flight. Go get yourself a first class flight and you're flying back on your first class flight. And then you land, you say, okay, could I do that forever? Would I want to do that forever? And I'm going to bet my left nut you won't, because you're going to be bored. You're going to be lonely. You're going to be annoyed and agitated with the loud music. You're going to be annoyed and agitated with the loud engine. I have rented a Ferrari. Girlfriend wanted a Ferrari for her 40th birthday, so I rented one for her. Yeah, it's fast. It's also loud and very uncomfortable. Could not wait to get back in my truck. And that's it, man. There it is. You've lived the most bro popular life ever, right? What's left? You went to the fancy nightclubs. You got yourself a supercar. You got yourself a hot model. You got yourself the girlfriend experience. You got yourself a pimp ass penthouse suite. You did it for 5 days. I'm going to ask you at the end of the 5 days, are you happy now? Is that worth it? Is that what you want? You know what you're going to find out? This is what I found out. Whenever it came to like a Ferrari or going to a nightclub or dating exceptionally attractive women, it's all fucking work. It's so much work. I get it now why older guys are like, I want a side piece. I want to get a girl, and they fucking pay for it. I finally understand. It's like, it's too much work. I don't want to I don't want to stand in line to pay $120 to go get blasted my eardrums out, to sit there with a bottle of whatever it is and yell at the women across from me, trying to be charming. I don't want to lay like this in a Ferrari, shifting with the paddle shifters. The penthouse suite, I can appreciate a nice view. I do get that. If I were going to spend my money on something, I guess I'd go, but and I kind of got it. I got my nice little forest view. I could see, but that's where you buy your house, man. That's an investment. But I'm gonna guarantee you, man, you ain't gonna miss out on shit. You're gonna like, this is bullshit. And when you gotta realize, is living that lifestyle for 5 days, that is what everybody wants. I mean, unless you want to like shit down the throats of rented ladies in Dubai. I don't know. That's a thing, apparently. Whatever gets people's kicks off. I'm not here to judge. But that's it. You've lived what everyone said was the most popular thing. You've done that now. And then I'll say, okay, isn't it like buying the watch or whatever it is? You bought the fancy shirt and it didn't do it right. So go back to your home, spend time with your parents who you love, enjoy the financial freedom, enjoy the ease and the relaxation of life, and then just lose some weight and then figure out some other things you might want to do. You do need hobbies. There's no doubt about it. I think the best thing you should do is go get a real job so you appreciate what you got. But yeah, outside of that real job, then you'd be like, okay, what am I going to consume my time with? And because of that, I have linked below 3 resources. I want you, if you haven't already, to consume them. No, I don't say, yeah, you need these, but you do. All right. First, I would take the course Achieving Financial Excellence. You don't know what the purpose of money is. I've tried to explain it to you here. That course does a much better job. So please go take that course so you know, aha, this is the point and purpose of money. And I have enough of it. And if I'm not careful, I get tempted by a bunch of douche canoes on the internet, bro, posing in front of fucking Ferraris, I might lose this tremendously precious thing I got in life. So that's the first thing. The second thing I want you to do is get the menu, Life Without the Opposite Sex. I go through all the things you can do in life outside of women. Yes, women you could add to the menu. You're not there yet because you got to lose weight. And then the third thing is Reconnaissance Man. I want you to travel around the United States a little bit. You could throw in your Vegas Hewer party if you'd like en route. You need to go out and travel and just expand your horizons, expand your mind. I would do that first. If you haven't traveled domestically, do that first before you travel internationally. And then finally, I don't have a weight loss thing or anything like that, but man, lose the weight. All you got to do is start walking. Just got to go on the treadmill. That's it. I'm not saying you got to get jacked. You do need to lose weight. And it starts by going on the treadmill. Walk a lot. Once you lose enough weight and your knees aren't going to, fucking hurt, then maybe get into jogging and never get fat again. And then now all of a sudden, once you lost the weight, now you can start picking up more physical hobbies, things like, well, whatever, pickleball or hiking or whatever you want, because your knees aren't going to be shot. And that's it, man. That's it. And then down the road, you're in physical shape. You got some hobbies. You're living life. Maybe you want to have the kids and all that. Maybe traveling isn't as intimidating as you thought. Maybe you can launch an away game and go find a girl in whatever, Colombia, wherever it is. But for the love of God, man, none of that's going to happen if you throw away your money for fucking shit and go into debt. Please do not trade your financial freedom in for fucking shit. And that's all that is. You're going to have 5 days of shit if you ever come to Vegas. All right, let's go to the super chats. Alternate Aquatics, new guy, 20 generous dollars. Thank you very much. Hello, Hair Capitan. Just checking in. This is Dustin. Oh, hey, Dustin. Well, you got a new you got a new channel. 7-Step Survival. I'm still sober. Wanted to thank you for the shout out video. This is my second channel that I've been focusing my energy on. Thanks again. Yeah, Doug sober from pot for you coming up what? 2 months, 3 months? It's not nothing. That's good, man. Good to see you, Dustin. Visible, 48, $5. After dating overseas, I can literally never take American women seriously again. Why do you think there's so much hate for men dating abroad? Land of Losers, which, although biased because the author is quite spurgy, I think legit case, not a fake case. That book was so insightful as to how differently he was treated overseas. And I was like, I'm like, is this really? He's like, yeah. Uh, so I would, for the client, if you want to get married and you want to have a family, it's pretty likely you're going to have to go overseas. But what I'm saying is, don't bother going overseas with all that money, cost, and investment in time if you're not the best version of yourself. You don't want to go over there being a fat pig, like, hey, how you doing? You want to like, hey, yeah, I kayak, I do this, and I'm in shape. And I'm not saying he's got to be an underwear model, but he's going to get a hotter girl overseas and hotter girl here if he's in shape. And it's just going to be good for him. You know, if this guy dies at 35 because of a heart attack, what was all that hard work for beforehand? Dicastinator, tree fitty. Give me that free stuff. I want my chicken tendies. Only if you could put it in between your armpits, Dicastinator. Unifrog, 100 Australian. Holy shit. Thanks, man. Mary, close enough to Christmas. Random question about the portfolio risk. How much should people be concerned about ETF funds lending the underlying assets? Seems like they all do it and no one cares, which means there's an incentive for risk creeping in up over time. I don't know anything about it, to be honest, Unifrog. I've been out of the financial world, but if any fund, ETF or not, is lending out the assets, a couple things first, find ETFs that don't do that, or mutual funds, or whatever the investment vehicle is. Make sure they're not lending. If that's a concern of yours, make sure they're not lending it out. The second thing you can do is, do they have some kind of insurance in case that falls through? I know a lot of lending, whether it's through mutual funds or hedge funds or investment management firms, you have those assets, and to fund transactions such as short selling, and there is reason to lend assets out, if for any other reason, to make money off of them. I get that, but if that's a concern of yours, yeah, double check. Now, depending on how you're invested, if your ETF is in a SPIC insured, it's like the FDIC, but the SPIC, they protect investment assets. So make sure you have that protection. SPI, is it SIPC? Hang on, I always confuse it. SPIC. Oh, wait, no, that's different. Hey, it's Anthem. Is it the SIPC? There it is, SIPC. Not to be confused. Sorry. Securities Investor Protection Corporation. That's the FDIC. Yeah, up to 500,000. So if your account is insured by the SIPC, and it's under 500,000, you don't have to worry about it. But if it's higher and it's not insured, you may have to worry about it. So yes, but on a macroeconomic level, yeah, I'm sure that'll compound some kind of financial crisis where people can't unravel their lending and investments. Thank you very much for the generous donation. Oh wait, but Unifrog, you're Australian. See, now, yeah, I don't know if Australia has such a thing as the SIPC in your particular case. So I'd go look at the Aussie federal government, see if they have something like that, some kind of investor insurance. If not, yeah, then I'd be on that. I'd be investigating and finding funds that do not lend out their assets. Nerds Who Lift, $2. Cappy, please give birthday shout out to my buddy Nick Gurr. Nick, you're a prick. And I'm so drunk, you're a blur. Happy birthday, Nick. How old is he? I don't need to know. I hope you get many girls to grant you their hoo-ha. Dre, speaking of hoo-has, $2. Does the great one still collect Supergirl figurines? Yeah, he's not ape shit about it. I've seen his collection. It's enough. It's tasteful. I do know that figurine collection is kind of a nerdy thing. Beckloff had a bunch of comic books. He never got rid of them. Guys, when it comes to collections, look, just get a handful of some really nice ones and display them. So I learned with fossil collecting. I got my best ones. I display them so you get to see them. If they sit in a box or they're in a closet, they're not doing you any good. And so when it comes to buying them, don't buy a bunch of the shit ones. Look, just admit up front, instead of buying 1,000 crap ones, I'm going to buy 20 really good ones and I will display them. And they will bring me happiness and joy looking at them. Because if they're not displayed, you don't see them. Dre, $2. Why don't you recommend Great Ones podcast? Is 10 out. I recommend it occasionally, and I'm reluctant to because, as you're aware, Dre, and you being of the black community, he's not a fan of black people. He's not a fan. He is only a fan of straight white males, and he uses the colorful language to describe that. And so he'll have these great podcasts. I'll be, oh, that's really good. And the bleeping bleepers with the bleeping Jew. I'm like, and I can't recommend that one. You can recommend it. Other black men who tune in, ironically, to his podcast like it, you guys can recommend it. If you're okay with some great racial language, yes, you could and sexist language, you could tune in to the Cynical Libertarian Society. Dre, $2. Cappy has the Carlson and influencer privilege. The Carlson School of Management will simply hold you back with debt for a degree that is barely employable. Unless you're an accounting major, you really go to Vegas for a year and piss away your money before you go to the Carlson School of Management. No joke. You'll at least get something out of it. Eric, $5. Wouldn't men be the more emotional ones if our logic is steamrolled by emotional decisions? Materialism, bad relationships being taken advantage of. I would not say men are the more emotional ones. We are the more hormonal ones by far. And our logic is, replace emotional with hormones or hormonal. Wouldn't men be the more hormonal ones if our logic is steamrolled by our hormones? Yes. Materialism, bad relationships being taken. Yes. Nearly all trouble you boys get into is because of women. Whether it's fighting another man for it, going into debt. I mean, anything. Just the amount of money you save saying, I'm just going to focus on myself and not chase girls for a while. You are going to make so much money. You will get your finances so together. Juice Bar, $5. Merry Christmas, Cappy. Don't forget to leave a Glock and a pair of shoes in your vents for John McClane. It was a Beretta. You have to leave a Beretta for John McClane, our Lord and Savior of Nakatomi Plaza. I got to find that. Thanks for reminding me, Juice Bar. I got to find that Nakatomi Plaza sweater I have. Ross the Skunk, taking on large debt is indentured slavery, servitude willingly. Yes, it is. See, I just don't think he was a slave long enough, right? He did this when he was 18. He was a slave unto himself, which is good because you get to keep all the fruits of your labor. But did he ever work, and file TPS reports? Did he ever work for Wells Fargo? Did he ever work for, pick any one of your S&P 500 company, Target? Has he ever had to sit through a diversity and inclusion meeting? Has he ever had to be sitting in any old regular meeting that has nothing to do with his job? Has he ever interviewed with HR? What's your favorite elephant and why? My Truth, the king, $5. Why would I want to learn how to swap my own alternator or CV axles when I could pay full price at the dealership who's probably going to do the job wrong? I know. A panel on my car, it's not a big repair, but a panel on my car needed a paint job. And it's a panel that should be taken off and then painted. However, taking it off, it might crack and they don't have replacements for it. So I was like, well, forget it. I'll just do it myself and paint it. And for $60 in materials, I saved myself $1,000 paint job. And I enjoyed it. Working on the garage. I was just like, I don't want to do a video. I don't want to. Here's another problem he's going to run into. He'll go out and do all the fun things, look at all the fun hobbies. And I'm just like, I just want to do some work, like something. And you'll start working with your hands. It's a weird purgatory. You're not in heaven. You're not in hell. You're in between work and fun. But you're working on something. It is rewarding after a while. Been working on some other stuff on the car, and I feel better. It's weird. All right, there you guys go. Resources below. This is a good lesson for all you boys. Okay, for the love of God, I'm giving you guys permission. Go rent your Ferraris, go live in Vegas, go live that lifestyle, or go to Miami, wherever it is that you think is really cool. Live it for 3 to 5 days, and then you'll be cured. You'll be cured. You'll never want material shit ever again. And then all of a sudden the money will save up. And then if you haven't, please go work for someone else. And I think most of you have. You know, it sucks. And then realize I don't care how much American corpos and your middle school assholes you went to school with and what they're showing on there. I don't care how much they still trying to make it like, ooh, the popular thing. I bought popular thing. Tell them to fuck off and ignore them and go live a happy life instead. Link below. Achieving Financial Excellence. You will make your money back on that course. Trust me, because you'll be like, oh, now I realize I don't need to spend as much money. There's the menu, Life Without the Opposite Sex. If you're looking for some free shit to do that doesn't cost you anything, the menu, Life Without the Opposite Sex, everything in life on the menu. And then finally, Reconnaissance Man, if you guys haven't traveled the U.S. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.